Well, let's see how this goes this time. Huh. Yeah. Alright. Cool. Maybe Query's following me. Ooh. I have 4 views. Who? Why? Clicking on all the things. Return to Oh no, it's such a mess in here. Did I park like this? Did I crash in here? Is this someone else's? Why is it such a mess? Surely I didn't park there. Surely. I would never. Sound is loud and I am quiet. Okay. I don't know if I know how to fix that. Oh, watching these. Can I do anything in here? Yeah. Right? Yeah. How about now? Less even? How's the audio now? Is it still too loud? I don't know what that means. Okay. Options. How about now? Is it? Oh, alright. Cool. Okay, it's way better now. Alright. Cool. See what's happening in this main chamber. Shit. No two quarters. I can't go take a nap? Fine. Alright, what do we got in here? Think that missing data. Oh. Little face. Hello, friend. I'm glad you made it back. I assume you're at your usual lookout over the rift again. I sure was. You must have seen the worsening situation out there. Did you notice the planet's instability on your way here? You know... No, I didn't notice. Our survival would benefit if you paid a little bit more attention. Let's take this opportunity for a little sit rep. Fine. The situation is unfortunately quite dire. This Hudson Cartier terraforming project has failed. 16 years of work has been undone. Aww. I apologize for being so direct, but would it shock you to know by my estimates we have less than a month to survive? Wow, damn, that is dire, huh? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sure. Perhaps your astuteness is why you alone have survived. Well, I don't know about that. The next 3 weeks are critical as Epsilon Eridani B continues to decline. We still have an escape ship here in Colony A. It is structurally sound, and I believe I can help you fly it so we can escape. Oh, that's nice. If we can transmit an emergency signal to the home office, we can likely intercept a company vessel in our ship and gain transport back home. That would be delightful. The problem is there are 4 key systems on the escape pod that I can't repair, and if you aren't trained to deal with by yourself. Well, you know... you have an idea, huh? But it will require the use of the holosim chamber and a little bit of human connection on your end. You see, there are 4 other colonists who could have saved us if they were still alive. Winnie Laurier, who was our communication expert, and she could have helped us repair the navigation systems. Aw. She had nice pink hair. Pierre Tong was a colony director, an engineering genius. He would have been able to assist us with the thrusters. Leslie... I can't. Ran the agrodomes, and I'm sure she could have helped us maximize the ship's life support and food processing. And Jean Lumumba? Yeah, nailed it. Led the resource management teams. He could have shown us how to best keep up the ship's power, to keep the ships powered and stable. Of course their heads are big. How else are we gonna, you know, see their pretty faces, I guess. You and I can head out to find materials and information, but only these 4 could have guided us in fixing the ship. I'm sorry I'm dumb. I don't know how I ended up out in space, honestly. But if we use our holosim chamber to recreate these 4 colleagues, they can still help us, in a way. Will they teach me not to be dumb? It's a long shot, but it's going to be a little unusual. But if we work together, I think we can make it. So that's the plan. Before you go to your quarters, though, let's register your name so the holograms know what to call you. Please enter your first name here. You can use a maximum of 12 characters. Keep it simple. How about... Squid. That's my name. Okay, you've entered your name as Squid. Is that correct? Yeah, it sure is. Excellent. I'm glad we got that straightened out. For now, let's head to your quarters and rest. You'll need it for tomorrow. That's so many squid parts in the chat. Nice. Main hallway. Ooh, like those doors. Oh, so messy. What happened? The sound effects are still way loud and music a little too loud? Okay. Let's see what I can do. Beep, boop, boop. Twitch is fucking up the faces, huh? That's a shame. Nap time! Oh. Ah. Oh yeah, I guess that's right. You watching this, you don't have to hear a bunch of squawky little birds right behind you. Okay. Good morning! I know you've just woken up, but as we discussed, time is of the essence. How are you functioning today? Are you well? Yeah, I guess. That's good. Your task will be easier if you're well rested. Please come see me in the core at your earliest convenience. Cool. The shelf is full of titles on a variety of topics, including sociology, terraforming, and engineering. I'll never understand why people prefer physical books to their digital counterparts. 'Cause touching stuff is good, that's why. What's on my desk? I have an empty photo frame. That's sad. A rag and some non-functioning equipment there. I see. I'm just as messy as everyone else. Cool. It's not the most comfortable bed, but it's all we have at the moment. At least with nobody around, you don't need to worry about its appearance. Yeah, that's cool. I've got these dead plants. And a terminal. It's the same kind of standard terminal you'll find around the colony. You can't spare power cycles for its use at this time, I'm afraid. Alright. Yeah. The character has no face. That way, it can be whatever you want it to be, in your imagination. I guess to make it easier to project on them. You hear the birds, huh? Okay. That's good. Yeah, it is a little creepy, but I guess it's easier to have no face than try and program a character creation screen. So, yeah, go to the main hallway. I know where the core is. I was just there. Let's go. Interface with core. Okay, Squid. Last night I scanned what's left of the colonies in hopes of finding material we can salvage. I think I found a few good leads. I think it would be best if you first go to the comms relay and find 5 communication devices we can use to escape the ship. The comms relay is where Winnie Laurier? Yeah, I'll go with that. It's probably what it is, I don't know. Was last known to be. Hopefully you can find some more information on her on your trip as well. When you're ready, you can go to the South Shuttle Bay and pilot a course there. Lot of course there. Yeah, let's go. Main hallway. Yeah. That's just one of the 1,000 drones that used to help build and maintain the colonies. The poor little guy looks so sad, don't you think? Yeah! They worked tirelessly to keep everything running smoothly, but without power and maintenance, they're as dead as anyone else. Aww. Poor little dude. More sad little dudes. Shuttle bay. I did park it here like a doofus. Alright. Where's that going? Yeah, here. Talk to Winnie. I know I can't drive. It's probably been a long time since you've been to the comms relay. I don't believe you had occasion to come here often, if at all. No, probably not. When the other colonists separated, this was considered a prime location, but only one person really had the expertise to make good use of it. Remember, you're looking for components so we can use to power the escape ship's communication. 5 good parts should do it. Yeah, let's go get those parts. Beep. Oh boy, even from here I can sense how damp and musty it is in there. It probably smells to you like an old puddle. I guess. I don't know what that smells like. And I have a thing on my head, so... R2. Remember, you're looking for components we can use to power the escape ship's communication. Okay. What is this? What is this? That door appears to be locked by some kind of security system. Elevator. This elevator goes up from here. Do you want to go up? Yes! How are you doing so far? Do you need any help? it does have smell-o-vision. Yeah, I like the pink and purple too. It's very nice. I think I'm good. You are very resourceful, Squid. If you need a reminder about what you're doing while you're in one of these facilities, just press L2 and I'll help. Cool, thanks. Resist. No. Locked. Yeah, Tower Bridge. Is this someone's bed? Gross. What's this? What's this? What is any of this? Look at these. Is there nothing? Okay. Locked. Fine. Yeah, let's go up. Bunch of nonsense is what it is. This, I know it's wires and stuff, but it looks like intestines and junk. Gross. What's in the conduit room? What is a conduit room? It's got a bucket of water. And a whole lot of nothing. Oh, there certainly are fewer components in that tower than you might think. I don't believe the drones finished fitting it as well as the others. As the construction of the colony's prefab elements continued, resource allocation estimates became skewed. Too bad, really. Yeah. Bucket of water. Is this a bed? Who was napping in here? It's soggy. Systems administration. What's in here? Shelves. No. A squatter? Oh, that's an unsettling thought. This terraform thing. Just some random alien hooligans hanging out and napping in soggy hallways. Oh, terrible. It's a standard security panel. It must be what locked the other doors in this part of the relay. Are you going to turn off the security locks? Yes, absolutely. No questions. None of these are components? They have a bunch of beeping and booping lights and stuff? No? A chair? No? None of this stuff? No components? Just soggy beds and puddles? Alright. No! Get out. That's not where you need to go. This elevator goes... Wait, let me look back in the conduit room. Is there anything happening? Anything change in here? No. Okay. Cool. I know, I'll get there. Yes, go down. Locker room. What's in here? What do we got? A computer, a soggy bed, some puddles, nothing. Oh. Oh. that looks like a portable terminal. Still has a tiny bit of battery life left. That model was known for being quite long-lasting. I can use your scan of its components as a guide for making the escape communications equipment more efficient. Now we only need 4 more communication parts from this area. Oh, I see, I was pressing the wrong buttons. I gotta go check those other... What's this? That appears to be a heat-absorbing synthetic blanket. It looks like that was hung up on the conduit. What do you think it was used for? Well, it's very soggy, so I think it's probably a towel. I suppose that would make sense. These standard issue blankets are quick drying after all. What's this? A stack of pocket-sized physical books I see. It looks like they're mostly guides to social interaction and workplace issues. I suppose whoever owned these books was, as you say, boning up. Is that what you say? Oh, I mean, I guess that's what you say, but when you just use it in a sentence like that, it's weird. Sure. Well then, they were boning up on how to deal with their colleagues by the looks of it. That's interesting. I wonder if Winnie was just an anxious little nerd in communications. That's a standard issue bedroll. They're made of highly dense microfibers, so they're very lightweight. Excuse me, birds. I don't need your commentary. So they're very light yet warm. It looks like someone has been using it as a habitat of sorts. Very curious. It is curious. Who's sleeping in these soggy beds? Alright, let's go back to those other... Is this the same? What's this? It's a series of torn pages, likely from that notebook on the first floor. Oh, there's a notebook on the first floor? Alright. It looks like the story starts here. The dark. Why struggle? You know, I've been here. I've been waiting all this time. Why didn't you give up? Paula, it's not in my nature to just give up. The dark. Really? I'm not so sure about that. For a long time, even amongst your peers, you gave up. At least, you seem to withdraw from them. Isn't that like giving up? Paula. I don't think so. The dark. That's interesting, because they did. The further you isolated yourself, the less they felt like reaching out. Didn't you notice that? Paula. Yes, I noticed it. I assume there's more. Maybe you'll find more pages as we press on. It's interesting though, isn't it? It sure is. I thought so. Hopefully we'll get to read the rest of the story. We should continue. Yeah, I believe all the dead crewmates must have lived and died here. I guess in other parts of this colony as well. I guess misallocated resources really suck things up. What is this? Open relay conduit. An open relay conduit. It looks like someone had repaired this terminal more than once in an attempt to continue transmission. Oh, someone was trying to reach out and nobody was listening. Oh, that's sad. There's some clever work here. Your scan will help me configure the ship's communication parts to be more redundant and fail-safe. Now we only need 2 more communication parts from this area. Cool. What is this? A small pile of physical books, all colonists for issued data pads with e-reading abilities. But I suppose that wasn't to everyone's liking. There are assorted philosophy titles from old human writers. You can see very neat notes written in the margins. Like those other books you found, these all have the W monogram written on the first page. Did Winnie live in this tower and she just had a bed on every floor and in every room so she could nap everywhere? Oh man, that's a mood. Yeah, let's go back and check that stuff out up there, since I've been too tired. There are no stairs, it's all elevators. So she couldn't have been too tired for stairs. Too tired for hallways, maybe. What is it? It's a remote service panel for running diagnostics and checking alerts. It's been jury-rigged to allow non-standard signals. This work is unconventional, but I can use this to boost the signal and escape the ship's distress beacon. Now we only need 2 more communication parts from this area. Will this bucket of water help at all? How about this one? No. Alright, now that I know what button, these beeping and boop things, here's a hoard of old Earth technology on a dusty shelf. Amazingly, several pieces are still functioning. Someone must have collected all these old computers, sound systems, and radios you can scan. Your scan will help me to fabricate something inventive for our ship, I'm sure. Now we only need 1 more communication part from this area. What is this? You found a hefty stack of books there. These ones are mostly adventure stories. You humans do seem to love these kinds of fantastic tales. The owner really did prefer physical reading, I see. They surely had access to digital versions of all of this. In fact, there was an entire database. As with other books, these bear the W monogram. What is this? These special foil wrappers were used for food and snacks. But of course you already know that. Of course I did. I absolutely knew that. There was a thing? Is it the thing I found? One section back? Okay, I'll go back and check. You know, it took over 10 Earth years of R&D to develop food that could travel such distances and still be palatable. Because of the efficiency with which Hudson Cartier transported colony deployments, a lot of food could be included. Previous colonial missions were less successful because of inefficient cargo and food stores. Of course, until the acrodomes were built, you all had to subsist on just these various portable stores. But prop books. Well, I want to check all the books. Was it in here? I'm gonna go in here. Scan the things. Aha! It looks like a further set of pages from the field notebook on the first floor. The story continues. The dark. So what made you change your mind? You're here, talking to me now. You wouldn't have entertained that before. What changed? Paula. Well, this is the end, isn't it? There's no one else out there, so I'm talking to you. The dark. You know that's not true. There are still others out there. You can hear them on your radio. Paula. But they don't know that. They don't know I made a new radio. The dark. No, of course not. That's what makes you so interesting. You withdraw, but in your way you still reach out. You just don't want anyone to discover that. Paula falls silent for a moment. The story sounds like it's getting serious. I'm curious. Who are you siding with right now? Paula or the dark? I don't know. Neither, I guess. I don't know what's happening yet, so I can't side with either of them. Maybe you're right. We should see how the story plays out first. For now, let's move on. Yeah. Yes, I want to go down. All the way down to the first floor and see if we can find this. This looks like a standard issue field notebook. Most colonists use these as well as data pads. The notebooks were inexpensive and easy to transport, and studies reveal that humans enjoy physically writing on paper. That seems rather inefficient, but I suppose tactility is important in forming emotionally impactful memories. Speaking of which, this looks like, well, it looks like the beginnings of some sort of fiction. That's interesting. It reads, "The last interview with Paula M." Paula had suffered a long and arduous struggle against the dark, and now in her final moments with it, she relented to its questions. These are the only pages included with this notebook. If we want to read the rest, we'll have to find the other pages. Neat. What are these? It looks like a further set of pages from the field notebook on the first floor. The story continues. The dark. So, who do you listen to most? The gardener woman? The drone leader? The self-appointed director? The... Paula interrupting. William. Sometimes he still broadcasts in the old colony. He sends me little messages, actually. The dark. And why him? Why William? Paula. He was so important here. He kept things working. He kept things prepared. He was essential, and nobody really gave him the respect he deserved. The dark. So what? Do you think you can relate to him? Paula. I don't know. Of all of them, I think I understood him best. When he stopped communicating, it felt like the end of the world. The dark. Well, when you think of it, it might be. You said it yourself. Paula gives the dark a cold, long stare, the toughest she can muster. The dark. There's no point in arguing the inevitable. Paula doesn't say anything. That seems to be the end of the story for now. I wonder if William is in reference to Mr. William King, who is the maintenance chief in Colony B. Maybe. You would probably know better than I do. You've scanned a still functioning terminal that is apparently hooked up to the tower's mainframe. I bet you that room is warm. The mainframe is unfortunately damaged. Hello, birds. But the terminal you scanned can still help us out. Good work. Well, you found all the components I need for now. When you're finished here, you can use the shuttle to return home. I'm gonna go snoop around some more. Yeah, go on. birds. Okay, did I get everything? Yeah, I think I got everything. Yeah. Okay. I'm satisfied that I have poked at all of the things to poke at. Yes. Exit. The comms relay appears to be in worse shape than I expected, but good work. It looks like you found what we needed for today. Go ahead and use the shuttle to come back home. I will. Beep, beep. There I go, zooming along. Zoom, zoom. Whee. There I go. I got a trophy. Back in one piece. Excellent, you've arrived. Please see me in the core immediately so we can process your findings. And once again, I parked like an asshole. How'd I even get in here like this? The door doesn't look that big. Whatever. I know, driving right next to a cliff. It's all for the drama, you know? Hopefully, spacesuit friend is a better driver than better at parking. Yeah, I don't know how I parked. Maybe that's spacesuit friend's, special skill, parking like an asshole. Sync data mission with AI core. Oh, there I am. Okay, I've synced the data you've scanned and collected today out there. Thank you for bringing this to me. I have good news as well. I've got the hollow sim chamber up and running. The constructs of 4 colonists are already loaded. They're already working on helping you, but due to the currently limited availability of power and processing cycles, the chamber's a little shaky. You can retire to your quarters. When I've got the hollow sim stable enough for you to enter, I'll call you. Neat! Thanks, AI buddy. I'm gonna take a nap. Control room. Yeah, my private quarters. Are those light particles, or do I have space flies hanging around in my room? Because I'm such a slob. No face, just nap. Squid, can you hear me? I'm sorry to wake you, but I need to show you something. I was able to make the final adjustments and I got the hollow sim chamber nice and stable for you. I think it's best if you meet one of the others as soon as possible, so could you please go to the chamber in the South Hall? Yeah, sure. Ooh, it's so dark and spooky. Just head south to the hollow sim chamber and we can begin. Wrong way. I knew that. Wait. Oh. I see. Thank you for coming. The chamber will only work at night, when other systems are powered down. It's a limitation of our current situation, I'm afraid. This also means that I'll be in low-powered mode too, so you'll be on your own in there. I won't be able to see or hear what happens. So the time you get in the chamber will be strictly between you and whoever you're seeing that day. In the morning, the holograms will sync their data and ideas with me. Tonight, you'll be meeting with Winnie Laurier for the first time. Since comms relay was her domain, it makes sense that you visit with her. Remember, these holographic recreations, they're based on data backups I kept for each key member of the colony. They are, in effect, the very same people. However, after the Rift event broke off communication with other parts of the facility, and I lost track of these people, I was no longer able to keep them up to date. These constructs won't remember anything past a certain point. They might be a little touchy about that, so please be careful. Anyway, when you're ready, just enter the chamber and use the control station within. When you're finished, you can return to your quarters. I'll speak to you again in the morning. Good luck in there. Good night, AI friend. Good night, Squid. I hope these visits will help us in our goal. Me too. Begin program. Ooh. Oh, hi there. Don't mind me. I just need to finish these calculations. I'll be done in a moment. The AI told me about your trip today. Did you, find those items you needed? Of course. I didn't mean to doubt you, just don't give up, okay? I know this must be tough. Anyway, I think I'm done for now, I guess. Let's have a seat on the sofa. I could use a break. The AI has us all working quite a bit. We can simulate pretty much whatever we need here to figure out how to best help you. Whatever you scan out there, the AI can give to each of us in here to keep working. It's a pretty smart setup, really. I chose to make my work environment this room. It's how I remember my old apartment back on Earth. Is that weird? No, not at all. You want to be comfortable while you're kinda dead and busy. Thank you for saying so. It's not the most practical choice, but having all my old books here and this old sofa, it feels like home. I am leaning really far back. Maybe Spacesuit Friend is shy. And talking to a dead lady is intimidating. I mean, look at her nice pink hair. Anyway, the AI. No, she's smelly? Maybe. No, she's a hologram. How could she be smelly? Smell-o-vision? Yeah, alright. Possibly. Anyway, the AI must certainly be keeping you busy as well, so I'm glad you're here. And since you are, well, what would you like to talk about? You pick. Oh, well, as you can probably tell, I'm not great at small talk, but okay, let's see. Oh, sorry, I forgot you're shy. How about books? Do you read much? Let's see. Spacesuit Friend has a lot of books in their room, so let's go fanfic. Yeah, Spacesuit Friend and I both read tons of fanfic. Yeah, we read all the time. Oh, well, me too. I mean, obviously, you might have noticed that, I guess, since apparently you found a bunch of my books. The AI told me about that. I hope you're not embarrassed. They were fine books. It was fine. I really like adventure stories. Big, complicated ones. I suppose it helped me deal with a lot of the relative closeness of living in the colony. I could imagine I was anywhere, and the Hudson Cartier manual said that escape was important to thriving in a remote colony. I suppose that's partly why we were equipped with this holosim chamber. It wasn't standard issue, so the higher-ups must have felt it was important. The other programs that we all brought with us, I don't know much about what the other people did in here. Maybe some took exotic vacations. Excuse me first. Peapod, what do you need? Peapod. Yeah, are you just yelling at Jonathan? Okay. Keep it up. I'm pretty sure some of the other crewmates were, banging hot aliens. Oh, hi, Peapod. What are you doing? Oh, what a good brood. William, Maintenance Chief King. I think he had some version of his wife in there. She didn't come with him. She stayed on Earth. He never said anything about it, but I could tell it got to him. It did to all of us, but most of us were, well, alone. Normally, Hudson Cartier wouldn't allow callers to be separated from their loved ones. They came as a package or they didn't go at all. Kept stress down, they said. Do you think your whole crew was out to boink the whole universe? Absolutely! That's why people go to space. They want to find hot aliens, and they want to do hot alien things. Because why wouldn't you? But William, well, he was a bit older, and the best candidate for the job. I suppose HC knew how important he was to the mission. Damn, I wonder what his wife is doing. If she's still alive back on Earth? I wonder if she knows, what happened to us. Oh, that's a good question. Do you want to talk about anything else? Let's talk about the colony. We had as much chance as anyone at making this work. In the end, I don't think I could quite believe it was going to fail. We all arrived here when? 2048? What year is it now? Well, it's 64. Wow, so 16 years? So much has happened, and there was so much needless loss. By the time we all arrived here in 2048, the remote colony building systems had all the basics ready. Most people were pretty excited to get started. But I had a harder time adjusting. Space travel will do that to some people. At least, that's what the head psychologist, Mrs. Bouchard, told me. Something about how close everybody was, It was easy to feel trapped. We trained for all that, of course, but the real thing is different. Do you want to talk about anything else? Ship's comms! Well, I'm sure the AI explained. My job is to help get the ship's communication systems repaired, so you don't blast off into space with no voice. Even if everything else is functioning, you wouldn't want to be out there with no way to contact anyone. So, I think I'd rather be adrift than not have a working radio. But I think the AI's plan is sound. If you can contact someone from a shipping lane, you can hopefully arrange a pickup. Kind of like thumbing a ride back on Earth, I guess. I never did that, now that I think of it. I definitely was too, well, afraid to try it. That's 100% reasonable, because Earth is a scary place, and maybe you would have been stabbed. Well, maybe not, because y'all went to space and got all this space shit happening, so maybe we moved past stabbing, hitchhiking people. Maybe. Anyway, sorry, I'm talking too much. Odd, I don't think I ever talked this much before when I was, well, real? Alive? I wonder why that is. Well, I mean, you're dead. You can't really... you can't go any further downhill from there. It's... you know? Anyway, so you were in the comms relay today. What was it like in there? It was damp, it was empty, or I can show her the pages of her little story. What if she's not dead? I mean, she's probably alive in the same way that, like, all of those holodeck people are in Star Trek. You know, when they gained sentience and had to be saved in, like, I don't know, a backup directory somewhere. Yeah. But, I guess she's kind of alive, but, I mean, it's not like she has to interact with anyone else besides me and the AI. I don't think she can talk to the other hologram people. So, I guess I figure there's not too much more to be anxious about when, you can just delete. I feel embarrassed. Hello, AI. I would like you to delete the embarrassment. Thank you. Yesterday didn't happen. What should I do? Should I tell her? Should I show her the pages of her story about Paula in the dark? Yeah. Let's do it. You, what? Oh, you found a notebook, didn't you? With a story in it? Oh no, that's embarrassing. Yeah, that notebook was mine. I was writing stories while to pass the time and to deal with things. Are you writing fan fiction about your coworkers? Okay. I guess, who else would you write fanfiction about? I always wanted to write a book, but I never did. I guess I figured it was my only chance to try. I know it wasn't very good. I guess I was trying to put my thoughts and, my feelings into some kind of relatable way, but it was probably pretty obvious. It's funny though, now that I think about it. Yeah, she's very embarrassed. She looks a little grumpy now. Now that I think of it, I don't remember how the story ends. I can't remember everything I wrote. Oh, is that because you died? And you forgot the ending because you died? Oh, that's sad. You can write a new ending. But, what did you think of what you read? I mean, if you read it, it was so good. Really? Thanks. I appreciate you saying that. It means a lot. What else about the comms relay? It was soggy. Oh, it's acidic rain. Oh. Why? why were we building a colony in Acid Rain Land? Is that normal for here? Did you know about this before we settled in? That we had acid rain? Is this a common occurrence? Is that not a deterrent these days? Right. Hudson Cartier knew the weather systems on the planet, of course. It had a decade's worth of survey data with which to plan this project. But I guess a decade only tells you so much. The systems changed, and the acidic rain became much worse and much more frequent. Okay, fine. I guess. That's weird, though. Guess it's alien stuff. I'd be surprised if any of the structures there didn't suffer any damage in Colony B. We had it the worst. Things eroded so fast. The comm relay seemed relatively intact, but even so, it was tough to keep the equipment working. I can still feel the chill of that place somehow. Maybe it's a good thing you have that scarf. It's warm, it's stylish. Do you want it? No, it's mine. Can she wear it? Because it's a real physical I'm sitting on a couch, so it's a physical couch. I suppose it is a stylish scarf. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Yes, I will tell you everything you want to know about my stylish scarf. What else did you think about the comms relay? It was empty. There are 5 towers in the relay. You must have been in Tower A. It was never completed. The relay was designed to be redundant, so not everything is in one place, and there are always backups of critical systems. I actually was the one who designed it, or consulted on key components, back on Earth. But not everything was built to spec. Why not? I remember there were some issues with the drones. We lost some capability. So we had to think on our feet. That's why Tower A is only half finished. Okay. That's weird. It seems like almost nothing went the way it was supposed to. Yeah, I think they did cut corners. I wonder how that's gonna play out in the end. It's so awful to think about all those people. I know, don't be upset, ... I feel like ... is probably not the right answer there. I know, it's terrible. You have it worse, though, to be the last. I can't even bear to think about it. Yeah, it is pretty sad, but I got this cool AI to chat with me, and they seem pretty nice. So, it sounds kind of selfish, but as I work in here, I keep thinking about the fact that I'm here, and yet, well, I'm not. I think I feel I can see you, obviously, and it all seems real. She's got an earphone. What is she listening to? I was wondering that too. I wonder, is it, like, what is it plugged into? It seems to just go into her shirt. Is it space hearing aid, maybe? I'll see if I can find with a wire. I don't know, space stuff. I guess she does like physical media. Maybe she's got a Walkman. Because surely that stuck around. Cassette. Maybe she's got a cassette player. It does have that retro-futuristic vibe. Don't roll your eyes at me. She's a snitch? Yeah, maybe she was snitching to Space Ethics Committee about the corporation or whatever messing up the construction, like not cutting corners, gonna kill all those people. Just got a glow orb. Huh. She does have an orb. So obviously something happened to me. I mean, the real me, but I can only remember so far back. I guess that's the AI's version of me only accounts for so much. It's like a backup, I suppose. The me you see is the most recent version. But does it count? Does any of this matter? If I'm not even real? Yes, of course it matters. That's sweet of you to say, but I can't stop thinking about it. Believe me, I know this mission of yours is much more important right now. Look, I don't want to keep you here. Considering all you have to worry about, you need to rest. You still have so much to do. But do you mind to see if you can find out what happened to me? Maybe find some kind of record of what I went through? I'll try. I'll do my best, but I don't know what my job here on this space thing was. If I find her body and the AI updates, will you watch her hollow face get acid rain melted? I would be impressed if they managed to do that with the pixel graphics, but if this were a horror game, absolutely. I appreciate it. I know you have more important things to worry about. Anyway, thanks again. Good night. Alright. Oh, I look so uncomfortable. Just a mean lean to the side. Oop. Alright, back to sleep. You know all these hallways and doors? I see now why Winnie had just beds in every hallway. Man, I'd take a nap in random hallways too. Day 2. UTC. Good morning, Squid. I received a notice that the Holosym chamber had been successfully accessed. How did it go? It was okay. I see. Well, I hope it was not too much to ask for. These personal meetings should help us sort out the escape ship more quickly. I received information from Mrs. Laurier's construct this morning after I returned to a full waking state. Whatever happened in there, it appears to... Hello, birds. It appears to have helped her problem solve a bit more effectively in regards to the escape ship. I'm currently crunching numbers on her ideas. I think this plan of ours is going to really help us out. Yeah, too tired to investigate. Yeah. Too tired to navigate. Yeah. Especially if you're sad because all the acid rain just killing everybody and everything. Yeah. No navigate, just nap. In any event, you can return to the core when you're ready. I've got some new mission options for you today. I bet acid rain kept wrecking her beds. Yeah. Once a bed got a little soggy, just get a new one. It's not like anybody else was using them. Let's see. 2 viewers. Who else is here? And 9 views. Wow. I had you on my browser too, but I did close that. Okay. So maybe it was you twice. Okay. Well, we've been going for, it looks like, the 3 hours and 13 minutes? Does that feel like a good time to stop? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Alright, cool. Then, I guess I'll call it quits here for today. I'm sure it auto-saved somewhere. And I'll come back again. I don't know. Whenever. Alright. Bye. How do I end this? How does it work? What are all these raccoons? Quick actions. What does that mean? What does that mean? Settings? I don't understand. What if I just close the Twitch window? Just shut it all down. I know. Surely, if I log out, that'll do it.